Welcome into the PHNX Daily Bet Show, brought to you by the one and only DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, and leave that 5-star review. I'm joined by I don't have a good one today, Shawn. You got a good one for yourself?
Not really. I feel like the Walmart brand or the Great Value Dieffenbach was the good one yesterday.
Yeah, maybe like the I'm joined by a stale eclair, Shawn DePaz. That's a good one.
I'll take
Yeah.
that. At least I'm an
Well,
eclair.
I do want to get this off my chest because this has been kind of haunting me all morning because I didn't say it last night on the PHNX Sun Devils post-game show, which if you missed, it's up on our PHNX Sports YouTube page. Fantastic show, really fun time, even though the game wasn't great. I feel a little dirty, Shawn. I'm not going to lie. You were with me last night, obviously, during the game, and ASU took a commanding 12-point lead. And I was like, this is not sustainable. I just don't feel it. Let me emotionally hedge. So I threw 100 beans on USC minus 6.5, and it felt like free money. And I feel gross because I love this ASU basketball team, and I didn't want to say it on the postgame show, but I have to share it on the bet show. So it feels good getting that off my chest.
I believe it. I almost took USC when they were like minus 1.5.
Yeah, the minus 1.5 was juicy,
and I should have. It was that was free money, and
yeah.
I rode with my Sun Devils.
To be fair, when ASU cut the lead to 18 with 6 minutes to go, I cashed out $2 less than what the actual value was. So like I got 181 instead of 183. I cashed out because I was like, they're coming back. I can feel it. And they didn't. Disappointing game last night for the Sun Devils, but hey, you can bet on them on Saturday when they play U of A. And we have some U of A picks today, actually. We'll go over our picks from last night first, just really quick. Johnny's not here, but I'll apologize to him anyway. I talked him into the Suns, so we'll pull up Johnny's picks first. I talked to him, and he wanted the Jazz plus 9.5, and he ended up being right somehow. There's something about Jordan Clarkson in in garbage time when it doesn't matter. He's just a fucking flamethrower. It's so bizarre. They were up by 11 with like 2 minutes to go, and it didn't matter. It was never really close. The way to bet the Suns is what I've been saying all year: is you live bet them in the third quarter, and then that Bulls pick. My God, the Bulls pick. The Bulls were up by like 20 going into the fourth quarter, and we'll pull up my props actually from yesterday because I had this juicy Shai Gilgeous-Alexander prop. He had, I think, like he was 20 points, or he had 12 points in the third quarter, and I was afraid he wasn't going to get back in. And I was like, the Bulls will win this. And then the Thunder cut it to 1 point at the end of the game, and the Bulls only won by 1. So that 1.5 didn't hit somehow. And then Julius Randle, my favorite player to bet on, in part because he doesn't like – sometimes he just walks up and down the court. It's so funny. He wasn't able to eclipse that last night, even though at like halftime he had 19 or 20 points, rebounds, and assists. Just a weird one. And the Knicks did cover that plus 6.5. Then we'll go to my picks from yesterday. The Stars, easy cover. The Pelicans and the Pacers, that was a brutal one. We were watching that on Gamecast last night, Shawn. That was disgusting. They needed like 10 points in a minute and a half, and Justin Holiday and Karis LeVert decided to hit threes, and then obviously the Suns, as we already covered. So not the best day yesterday, but also good sign of things to come. We've had a couple bad days in a row, and that happens with sports betting. Just stay with us, guys. And we're getting this monkey off our back, and I feel so good about the slate today. I feel so good about today's card. So without further ado, we'll pull up my picks for tonight. I like the Pistons plus 7.5 tonight. The NBA this season has been really good to me, and the Pistons are at home against the Nuggets. There's a lot of good money going on the Nuggets, but a lot of the percentage of the money is on the Pistons, which usually means that the smart people are on the right side. And I like the Pistons in this game. I think they've been playing some solid basketball for a really bad team, if that makes sense. I think they cover that 7.5. I actually might sprinkle on their money line tonight as well. And then speaking of money line, U of A's money line is probably the most free thing I've seen in a while. Azuolas Tubelis, or however the hell you say his name, he's still banged up, but Benedict Mathurin is one of the best players in the nation right now. That U of A team is just clicking on all cylinders. I mean, their offense is still, I think, the number one offense in the nation. They have UCLA tonight. UCLA is really good. Obviously, their key pieces from last year are back. They've played some close games where they shouldn't have this year. I just think this is the game where you have like everybody. So everybody in the local space in Arizona has been, like U of A is clear in a way one of the best teams in the nation.
Yeah.
Definitely the best team in the Pac-12. I think tonight is the night where the nation realizes, okay, this team should be a contender. This team has to get votes for the number one team. I think they win handedly tonight as well. So I'm excited for that game. And then this one is a little gross. I'm not gonna lie. Missouri State. Missouri State has won 4 in a row. And they're playing Indiana State, who's lost 4 in a row. You get the Missouri Valley Conference, Missouri State, Missouri Valley Conference. It's their conference right now, baby. 4 straight wins and losses for the respective teams. I think Missouri State blows this team out. I think the line already in the game when they play at Missouri State later is 13. So I'm taking Missouri State -6 all the way. If it gets up to 7, I'd even take it. Past 8, I don't know. But if you can get it at 6 right now, I would definitely take that. And then the Hurricanes 3-way money line. This is one of my favorite things to do in hockey, Shawn. I don't know if you dabble in this ever. If you don't like the spread in games, like you don't think they're going to cover by 1.5, or if they're underdogs and you don't want to take that +1.5 because it's not as juicy, you can take a 3-way money line, which means they have to win in regulation. If they win in overtime, it doesn't count and you lose. But a 3-way money line is a good way to get better odds on that. So I think that's like -110 or something right now.
I like that.
Yeah. So Hurricanes money line. Those are my 4 picks for tonight. Super fired up about this card. Yeah, Shawn, what do you think about U of A tonight? I know you like them as well.
Yeah, no, I think they're an absolute wagon. Like you said, I mean, I feel like my opinion on the Pac-12 has kind of changed over the course of this season. Like, I feel like U of A is just like, I kind of view those 3 ranked teams as kind of like a group of like similarly talented teams, and I feel like U of A has just kind of shown that they're on like on a different level. I think they're the best team in the country. Their offense is unbelievable. I think like you said, they prove that they're on that different level. They prove that they are arguably the best team in the country tonight.
For sure. Well, let's get up your picks for tonight then, Shawn.
Oh yeah. All right. Listen. So Nets money line, I feel like, is free money. They're underdogs hosting the Lakers, who I think are just not, or I know are not a very good team.
Yeah.
The Nets have been underdogs 9 times this year, and they're 6-3 straight up. So I feel like it's just kind of free money, to be honest. They're not going to have KD, but they already beat the Lakers once this year in LA without KD and Kyrie, obviously. So like, I just feel like this Nets team is going to easily beat.
Yeah, I think what the line is right now, it's 2.5. I think the reason why it is that right now is because obviously it's a home game, so Kyrie can't play. And I think that's the only reason why. So I do like that.
Like we talked about, Arizona, I think, is just going to prove that they're the best team in the country.
Yeah,
so
you're not a little bitch. You're taking the points. I love it.
Yeah, no, I feel like they're going to win this game handedly. Syracuse -4 again, I think, is just free money. If I could take, like, honestly, I would consider this at like -5, -6. Like they're playing Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is probably the worst team is the worst team in the ACC. Might be the worst Power 5 school in the country. They're just really, really bad. Pitt just lost to Clemson and only put up 48 points. And this is a Clemson team that gave up over 80 points to a Syracuse team that doesn't score points. Like, Syracuse never puts up offense. And so Pitt is just clearly really, really bad. And so I feel like Syracuse wins this game handedly. They already lost. Yeah, like I said, they already lost to Pitt, or they already beat Pitt by 16 points. Syracuse is one of the best 3-point shooting teams in the country, and Buddy Boeheim, arguably their best 3-point shooter, is not shooting well this year. So if he gets hot, I think it's just
we got a little pushback in the chat. Tyler Hodges says, unfortunately, I would say Pitt money line due to a key bench player, Samir Torrance, being out.
Okay, listen, I understand that, but Pitt is just really, really bad. Like,
I would also say Syracuse is arguably the best 9-10 team in the nation.
No, I agree. Syracuse is just one of those teams that, like, they can sneak into the tournament and then they're like dangerous immediately. They're just a team like that. Zone is hard to beat. all the time, regardless, unless you're like Duke, who always can find a way to beat the zone. Like that zone is really hard to stop. And then, like I said, Pitt's just really, really bad.
And
So
Tyler, we'll be here tomorrow. If you're right, you can make fun of Shawn, even though he probably won't be on the show tomorrow. But you can make fun of Shawn through me, and I'll make fun of Shawn with that. And then your last pick, the over in the Hurricanes game, I believe.
Yeah, again, I think free money.
Everything's free money today. I love it.
No, I know the Hurricanes score a lot of goals. It's just I think they've like 6 of their last 10 games, something like that. They've covered that. They had over 6 goals total. So I just feel like that again is free money. They just are so they are one of the highest scoring teams in the NHL. They have hit 6 goals themselves multiple times recently.
Yeah.
So I just think again that's just an easy bet.
The overs in hockey games are the most like stimulating things for me to bet on because I have, when I'm wearing my Apple Watch, I have a tracking app for my bets that'll tell me whenever an NHL team scores. And last night I took the over in the Blues game and they scored, I think it was like 8-1 or something ridiculous. And so like in the first like 10 minutes of the game was and I was like, let's go. The over was 5.5. It was just so fun. So I love doing that. And Shawn is throwing around this phrase free money willy-nilly. But on the DraftKings Sportsbook app, you can actually get free money. It's a real thing. Bet just $5 on any football teams or any NFL team's money line this weekend for the championship games and get $280 in free bets if the team you bet on wins. It's just that easy. So a sneaky Chiefs money line, or if you want to be crazy, you can bet on Joe. Who knows what's going to happen this weekend? Honestly, I'm a little worried. Oh yeah, that video is electric. But if you already have the DraftKings Sportsbook app, use those props or the same game parlays, whatever you want. There's stuff available all the time on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. But if you haven't, sign up using that promo code PHNX, bet just $5 on any AFC championship or any divisional or conference championship game this weekend. Get $280 in free bets when you place just $5 on any team's money line, and they win the game this week only at the DraftKings Sportsbook app. That's 21 plus, Arizona only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT STEP. New customers only. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for more details. Okay, my props today. Love them, absolutely love them, and we'll get into them. DeJounte Murray. This is one of my favorite picks of the last couple of weeks. They're playing the Rockets. And the Rockets always play the Spurs close. That's when I'm not really worried about a blowout. I think the line's only like 5 points right now. DeJounte Murray is one of my favorite. It's my big three: DeJounte Murray, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Julius Randle. My 3 favorite guys to bet on player prop wise. They just come through and clutch for me all the time. I would sprinkle on DeJounte Murray's triple double if you want, but I would take this before you take the triple double because I think he goes for a good amount of points tonight. And the rebounds and assists just follow. I could see like a 28. 10 and 8 game coming from DeJounte tonight. And the Rockets are also so bad against guards. They have like the worst guard defense in the NBA. So I'm taking that over 39.5. It looks a little intimidating, but it's not as bad as this number. 49.5 points, rebounds, and assists for James Harden. And I know it's no Kyrie Irving and no Kevin Durant, but they went, I think, 11 players deep against the Timberwolves, which they lost, by the way, with Kyrie. So I see them using their bench like crazy again tonight. 49.5 points, rebounds, and assists is so much for a guy that isn't scoring in over 30 points every single game like he has been in the past. I don't see him eclipsing this number at all. I really like that line. And then Steph Curry with 2 Ys today. Okay, we love that. Steph Curry over 31.5 points and assists. This game is going to be a slapper. It's the Mavs and the Warriors. I think the Mavs win this game, honestly, but I think Curry goes for like 40 tonight. I think he has a huge night. So not even betting on his 31.5 points. It's 31.5 points and assists. We've seen him dish it out. We've seen Jordan Poole be that guy at some points. Mm-hmm. We've seen Andrew Wiggins be that guy at some points. So Steph Curry over 31.5 points and assists, I think is a lucky charm tonight. I like all 3 of those props so much. Really excited for this slate tonight.
Yeah, I like those picks. I will say the one thing with the Harden pick, the last time they were in the situation, no KD, no Kyrie against the Lakers, him and Patty Mills combined for 70 points. So that one makes me a little nervous.
But didn't Patty Mills have 30 of those?
But I mean, if he had 30, then Harden had 40.
Yeah, but still.
But I mean, I do think. Listen, no, listen. That being said, I do think that this is going to be this game is going to go differently. They do have AD back, so I feel like they
Is
might
he
be a
back tonight?
little.
I thought I saw he
Yeah.
was out.
Oh, I thought he was back.
I think he might be coming back. I think he might be doubtful tonight. I'll check on that.
Lakers expecting Davis back tonight without Kevin Durant.
Nice.
So I think it may take them a little while to figure out him in the offense, but defensively, I think
He's probable.
Okay, so yeah, I think it might slow down Harden.
Yeah,
like, driving
and
to the
plus
basket and stuff like that.
Plus, this Lakers team, albeit old and YMCA-esque, they are a good defensive team.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I could definitely see James Harden going for like 16, 12, and 5.
Yeah, no,
Right.
I definitely could.
What do you like tonight, prop wise, Shawn DePaz?
Ooh, Christian Wood over 30.5 points plus rebounds. Over his last 11 games, he's had at least 11 rebounds in 4 of his last 5 games, 14 plus in his last 3. Both teams are two of the top 5 teams in terms of pace. So I expect a lot of possessions, a lot of points. And then in Wood's last 3 games against San Antonio, he had 23, 24, and 27 points.
Nice.
So I just think that this, I'm not going to say free money, but I think that this is the odds of this are pretty good. Jake Gensel.
That's supposed to say over, isn't it?
Over 3.5 shots. Yeah,
over.
No, over 3.5 shots. The Coyotes give up a lot of shots. There's just been a lot of times where, and even if the Coyotes win games, it's in games where Vejmelka is forced to make like 45 saves. Gensel's their best offensive player. He shoots a lot. He's their leading scorer. So I just think that is easy. I even thought about flirting with him like with points or like something like that as anytime goal scorer, but I feel like the shots is just.
I like that a lot better. I really like that prop because, as you said, I think there's going to be a lot of offense created for the Penguins tonight. But Vejmelka's really good in bounce back games. So I actually like the under in this game. I think it's at 6 right now because of how much they scored in their last game against the Islanders, the Rangers, whatever that game was. I like the under in this game as well. I think Vejmelka puts on a good display, but I also think that the Penguins do score 4 or 5 goals. So I think it might be a 5-0, 4-0 game.
Yeah,
4-1 game.
I really like the shots, and I like the shots against like the Coyotes at all times, just because, like I said, they defensively they're not great, but Veggie has a tendency to stand on his head and stop a lot of shots, and so it can be like I said, a situation where he's making 45 saves and the Coyotes wins, but the other team's offensive stars are still going to be putting pucks on the net.
Well, I got an offer that will make you stand on your head. You can get 50 cents for your first month at gophnx.com to try out all the great content. Anthony Totri, the host of the PHNX Sun Devils show, got his first article out, many more to come. He does some great stuff, as well as Craig Morgan, Gerald Bourguet, and the rest of the gang here at PHNX. You can get your first month, as I said, for 50 cents, or you can get an annual membership for just under $60. You also get a free t-shirt with that, like the one that's behind Shawn. Super comfy, super nice. Makes your arms look big. So if you're into that.
Okay. Real quick, it's funny you said that because you say that all the time, and I'm like, ha ha. And then I was wearing one of my shirts the other day, and I went to take a shower, and I was looking at myself in the mirror, and I'm like, yo, like the chest area, it like.
Did you do this? Did you look at yourself in the mirror and go?
They do make you look good though.
Oh yeah, they're comfy as well. And we also have sticker packs in the PHNX locker. So head over to the phnxlocker.com or go phnx.com, try out and become part of the family. Join us in the members only Discord. Last night, again, the Suns were struggling in the third quarter. And I may or may not have told people to bet on them at -6.5 or -4.5. And that did hit. And you can only get bets like that on the PHNX Bets Discord and the PHNX Suns Discord all the time. It's always popping. You can reach me whenever. It's super fun there. Just a good place to hang out and become part of the family here at PHNX. So do so. Take advantage of that offer. And just it makes it way more fun to be an Arizona sports fan. Anything else, Shawn, before you get out of here?
No, I think I might go get a patty melt because maybe the patty melts are good for games, but they're good for bets.
No.
No patty melt.
No, because I bet on the Bills. No patty melt. It's
no patty melt.
Okay, guys, leave a comment in the reviews or right now or underneath the video if you're watching it later. What should our good luck food be? We're trying to figure this out on the Sun Devil show. The patty melt didn't do it.
Whataburger patty melt is maybe we have to do the Sonic patty melt.
Oh shit. Okay.
Maybe it's just the wrong patty melt.
If
Maybe
that
that's why
doesn't
we've gotten close. Like we had the Bills got close and we had the run yesterday for
Mhm.
ASU, but we just couldn't get across the finish
Yeah.
line. It was just wrong. Patty melt.
Maybe we eat half a patty melt and half of something else. First half, second half.
I like that because the patty melt is good first half food.
Yeah.
I don't know. All I know is that I'm feeling good. I'm not going to make the mistake of parlaying my picks today because every time I do that, it bites me in the ass. So I'm going to put money on these individually, and I'm going 5 for 6 at minimum, 6 for 6 most likely.
Sean Payton just stepped away from the Saints officially today. Just 10 minutes ago. So yeah. Breaking news here on the PHNX Bet Show. Guys, it's been a pleasure. As always, you can follow me on Twitter at Shane Deef. You can follow Shawn on Twitter at Shawn_DePaz. You can follow the show on Twitter at PHNX_bets. Let us know what you were taking tonight in the Discord if you're a member. And if you're not, become a member. And have a good rest of your day. Shawn, please stop it. You're scaring the viewers. We'll be back here tomorrow at noon. Peace.